Hello! Today we are. Ugh, sorry, I had the hiccups. We are reading Genesis chapter 14. Abram rescues Lot. At the time of Amraphel was king of Shinar, Arioch king of Eslar, Kedorlaomer king of Elam, and Tidal king of Jirom. These kings went to war against Bera, king of Sodom, Brishad, king of Gomorrah, Shinab, king of Admah, Shember, king of Zeboim, and the king of Bela, that is Zor. All these latter kings joined forces in the valley of Siddim, that is the Dead Sea Valley. For 12 years they had been subjected to Kedorlaomer, but in the 13th year they rebelled. In the 14th year, Kedorlaomer and the kings allied with him went out and defeated the Raphites in Astaroth, Karnaim, the Zuzites and Ham, the Emites and Shaveth Kiriathaim. I'm struggling to pronounce these names. And the Horites of the hill country of Seir, as far as El Paran near the desert. Then they turned back and went to Mishpat, that is Kadesh, and they conquered the whole territory and Amalekites as they went for the Amorites who were living in Hazion Tamar. The king of Sodom, the king of Gomorrah, the king of Admah, the king of Zeboim, and the king of Bela marched over and drew up their battle lines in the valley of Siddim against Kedorlaomer, king of Elam, Tidal, the king of Goyim, Amraphel, king of Shinar, and Arioch, king of Eslar. 4 kings against 5. Now the valley of Siddim was full of tar pits. And when the kings of Sodom and Gomorrah fled, some of the men fell into them, and the rest fled to the hills. The 4 kings seized all the goods of Sodom and Gomorrah and all of their food. Then they went away. They also carried off Abram's nephew Lot with his possessions, since they were living in Sodom. A man who has escaped came and reported this to Abram in the Hebrew. Now Abram was living near the great trees of Mamre, the Amorite, a brother of Eshcol and Aner, all of whom were allied with Abram. When Abram heard that his relative had been taken captive, he called out the 318 trained men born in his household and went to pursue as far as Dan. During the night, Abram divided his men to attack them and he routed them, pursuing them as far as Habah, north of Damascus. He recovered all the goods and brought back his relative Lot and his possessions, together with the women and the other people. After Abram returned and defeated Kedorlaomer, I don't know how to pronounce that, to be honest, and the kings that allied with them, the king of Sodom came out to meet him in the valley of Shaveh, that is the king's valley. I'm not going to try to pronounce that name. But then this king of Salem brought out bread and wine. He was priest of God Most High. And he blessed Abram, saying, Blessed be Abram by God's Most High, creator of heaven and earth. And praise be to God Most High, who delivered your enemies into your hand. Then Abram gave him a tenth of everything. The king of Sodom said, Abram, give me the people and keep the goods for yourself. But Abram said to the king of Sodom, with raised hand I have sworn an oath to the Lord, God Most High, creator of heaven and earth, that I will accept nothing belonging to you, not even a thread of a strap of a sandal. So you'd never be able to say, I made Abram rich. I will accept nothing but what my men have eaten, and the share that belongs to the men who went with me to Anir, Yisroel, and Mamir. Let them have their share. Okay, so that was a struggle, but basically these 4 kings were at war with 5 kings and took over this place that Lot was at. The place was talked about yesterday, but I think it was Sodom. And Abram went to go rescue him, and he did, and got blessed because of it. And that's pretty much it. The reason why I'm explaining this is because I sucked at reading that. But I'm not perfect. Matter of fact, I'm not that great at reading anyways. Like out loud. I'm good at reading in my head, but that's not going to be useful here. It'd just be a silent video. But yeah, if you enjoyed that, cool. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.